Wassalamu ala Rasulillah amma ba'd. Welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Halaqa. Tonight we will talk about patience. And the word for patience in Arabic is sabr. Excellent. Yes. Who said that?
Ana.
MashaAllah. Very good. So sabr is one of these essential qualities that we as Muslims should have. One of the problems we have today, Muslims and non-Muslims, is that we are failing to be human beings. Some of us do not possess the qualities that make you a real human being. So patience is one of those qualities that is so essential. What is patience? What is sabr? Well, one definition I like is that it is to learn not to panic. Hey, over there, with the phone, just throw it to me. Slide it. Just put it here. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Go back. Right. All right. Just focus and pay attention. Thank you. So I'll give you the definition and then we'll talk about it a little bit. It's important, and then we go into some examples. So if we were to define sabr in Arabic, we say حبس النفس عن الجزع. It is to stop yourself from going into panic mode. All right? And also وحبس اللسان عن التشكي. You stop your tongue from complaining. Now we live in a generation of complaining. We complain about everything. Oh, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too rough, it's too difficult. So we live in this environment where nothing is good enough. We always complain. So one of the important elements of patience is to stop complaining. You stop complaining. And when it comes to action, you try your best not to go to panic mode on a regular basis. We have some people who live in anxiety all the time. They're anxious all the time. They're in a rush. And they cannot wait for anything. They want this gratification right away. We call it instant gratification. This is why, people are hung to their cell phones. They're glued to the screen because they want that next like or next notification or next comment. And they get their dopamine rush because of that. This is true. So patience is the opposite of that. Patience is about slowing down a little bit and refraining your actions. So if you have these breaks, if you will, if you have your own mental break, you know where to stop. This is patience. This is why we link patience to mental toughness. A lot of people now talk about physical toughness. Well, how do you get physical toughness? You go to the gym, you practice, you pump iron, right? No, don't take any steroids, please. So that is physical toughness. Well, likewise, you can acquire mental toughness. This is actually patience. One of the definitions I like is that you push past pain. There's a pain point. If you're able to push through that pain point, this is one form of patience. And this is in fact a measure of success and failure. There's a beautiful ayah in the Quran that tells us about this. Okay, give me your phone.
I was going to put it in front.
Okay. Yeah, you could leave it there. It's okay. And make sure you claim it when we're done. I don't want to keep any phones here. So this verse says, إِن تَكُونُوا تَأْلَمُونَ فَإِنَّهُمْ يَأْلَمُونَ كَمَا تَأْلَمُونَ. If you understand this is actually the concept of mental toughness. It says, if you are in pain, then they are in pain as well. Your enemy is in pain as well. right? Well, what does that tell us? Don't quit. You're not the only one in pain. If you can outlast your foe, if you can outlast your competitor, you are in pain, they are in pain, but you don't show it, for example, or you're able to outlast your enemy. This is how you win. Don't think that they're not in pain, the Quran tells us, right? Another definition of patience, and I have to be patient with some of you today, I think. Don't make that noise. I'm very sensitive. Thank you. It is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, right? We're impatient. We cannot tolerate delay in anything. You're standing in line, or it's too long. I have to wait for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That's impatience. So patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, pain. You can tolerate pain without getting angry or upset. You can also say it is self-restraint, endurance, resolve. Some people have resolve. They have a strong will, a determination. These are the people who win. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran about patience and the people of patience. إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. Indeed, people who have patience will go to Jannah without any reckoning. Like you go to Jannah straight up. Like you have a green light to go into paradise, to Jannah, without any questions, without any reckoning. That is the meaning of the ayah. إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. That's one of the great benefits of being patient. The Prophet ﷺ told us, الصبر ضياء. So every time we should memorize something nice and easy. This is a small hadith. It's actually a part of a hadith, and all of us should memorize the hadith in Arabic and English. So you're going to have to repeat after me. الصبر ضياء. الصبر ضياء. One more time. الصبر ضياء. It means that patience is a source of light. It is a source of light in your life. It will brighten your day. It will enlighten you. And diya is not just light. In fact, diya is a shining light, a source of light. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for example, said in the Quran about the sun and the moon, He said, هو الذي جعل الشمس ضياء والقمر نورا. He is the one who made the sun diya. Diya is a source of light. He made the moon a light because it is reflecting light. It is not a source of light. So we see here in the hadith, the Prophet said about sabr is what? Is it nur? No, it is diya. So patience is a source of light. It's a source of light in your life. Not a physical light, but a spiritual light, a mental light. It guides you. Patience guides. Man, I need to be patient today. Right. That's a test. Yeah, I'm teaching you, so this is a test. I'm the first one who should practice it, so breathe slowly. It's okay. Let's not accuse anyone. All right. So another hadith. So we're gonna only cover 2 hadith. The first one is as-sabru diya. Simple. The second hadith. It says, وَمَا أُعْطِيَ أَحَدٌ عَطَاءً خَيْرًا وَأَحَبَّ وَأَوْسَعَ مِنَ الصَّبْرِ. No one is given a gift. So patience is a gift. It's not a gift you hold in your hand. It's a gift that you possess. It's internal. It's within you. So here the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, no one is given a gift, a present that is better or wider than the gift of patience. So if you have patience, if you're able, and no one has it like that, you have to train yourself. You have to grow patience. You have to practice patience every day. You can make it a habit. And we're gonna show you, inshallah, I have like few ideas how you can do it on a daily basis. Small little steps, baby steps. It will increase your mental toughness. But here the Prophet said, alayhi salam, just to encourage us that this is the best quality you can have. This is the best trait you can have, the best gift that you can ever get. Umar radiallahu anhu, Umar we know is the second Khalifa, right? He's one of the great companions of the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam. He said, وَجَدْنَا خَيْرَ عَيْشِنَا بِالصَّبْرِ. We have found. So it's not just a talk. It's not a speech. See, nowadays, unfortunately, many people look at Islam as memorizing certain statements. And who can quote more statements? Who can, memorize statements of this scholar or this hadith and so on? But you see, Umar, he's talking about an experience. He said, we have found through living life, through experience, we have found that the best way to live is through patience. This is the best lifestyle. You know why? Because in life, you're always going to encounter obstacles. What do people do? Well, some people run away. They flight. You have fight and flight response, right? Some people, they realize that life is full of challenges and obstacles, but they choose to avoid it as much as possible. They know they're still going to get some of it, but they try and hide from it. These are not the heroes. These are not the people you want to be from. He said, if you practice patience, so you try and face the obstacle, because that's what makes you strong. This is how you build the resistance. I mean, just like when you go to the gym, this is how you build the muscles. How do you build the muscles? Through some challenge, right? If you have like 2 pounds, you keep pumping 2 pounds, you're not going to get any muscles. You need that challenge, you need that load, you need that, obstacle. And once you overcome the obstacle, you become stronger and you move to the next one. Well, life is like that. He said, life is like that. It's not just going to the gym. It's not just building muscles. So he said, we have found that the best way to live, the best lifestyle, the best way to live is by practicing patience on a regular basis. So this is who? Who said that? Omar. Very good. You're listening. Another statement by Ali radiallahu anhu, another great companion of the Prophet. He said, إن الصبر من الإيمان بمنزلة الرأس من الجسد. I want you to keep that in mind. These are statements you can live by. That's totally fine. It was totally unintended. Yes. Thank you. So even if you can't memorize it in Arabic, you should know the English. So he said, patience, listen carefully. Patience to Iman. What is Iman? Anyone? Faith, belief. So he said, patience to belief is like the head to the body. This is how important patience is. You cannot live without a head. The body is worthless without a head. Likewise, you cannot have faith or belief without patience. So patience is not just any other quality. It's very essential to Iman, to belief, to faith. And then he raised his voice. So he was saying that, and then he raised his voice and said, أَلَا إِنَّهُ لَا إِيمَانَ لِمَنْ لَا صَبْرَ لَهُ. He said, indeed, there is no faith for the one who does not have patience. You do not have true faith. You do not have real faith if you do not have patience. And again, what did we say? You have to practice it. It doesn't just come. It doesn't come overnight. You don't just wish it. You don't make dua for it. You have to make it a habit. You have to practice it. All right. Inshallah, today, part of the quiz will be if you can ask me good questions. So if you ask me a good question, you'll get a gift. And I'll also ask some questions, but if you're paying attention, that's when you can ask good questions. But wait till the end, not now. Try and memorize the question. Okay, so now what are some easy steps, I would say, or simple steps and these are just examples, how can we increase our mental toughness? Yaman.
Can we increase our mental toughness?
No, I'm not asking yet. I'm going to tell you, and then you're going to...
Why do you put my name?
No, because you were...
Can you answer a quick question?
You were high-fiving Ahmed. Later. The reason I don't allow it now is because we have sisters upstairs, and we don't want... They're trying to listen, and then they turn off the video. So that's when you can ask questions. So just be patient. A few more minutes. Okay, so these are some steps we can do every day to increase our mental toughness. Number 1. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes. Where's now?
Did somebody say no, sir? Anyone said no, sir?
What? You.
I'm not patient with this kind of behavior, by the way. Okay, listen up. Okay, so number 1. Look, guys, let me tell you something. I'm totally impatient with certain type of students. I don't care if only 2 people attend, but I want those people to behave. I don't care about numbers. If 1 person is left and they're behaving, that's the only student I want here. If you're not willing to behave, you can leave right now. Good. So number 1, and these again, like I said, they're small steps. You jump out of bed. You don't hit the snooze button. I mean, this is a common thing we do, right? You train yourself. This is actually really, really hard, by the way. Like you're trying to wake up at a certain time, whatever it is. You pick the time. You say you want to wake up like 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7, whatever. And khalas, you made your mind. I'm going to wake up at 6:30. Once you make up your mind, you get up. And it's really tough in the beginning. But this is how you become stronger. This is how you build that resistance, that mental toughness I'm talking about. This is how you build the patience, as-sabr. Stop hitting the snooze button. So that is challenge number 1, or step number 1. Number 2, try and do mini workouts every day, like small little ones. It doesn't have to be like, most people cannot go to the gym, but you can do little push-ups. Everything you do, any kind of resistance you can build in your body, so there's no separation between the body and soul in Islam. There's no separation between the body and the mind. If your body is strong, you build that resistance, you're going to have mental toughness. If you have mental toughness, you're going to have fitness. They're interrelated. So try and do that, and do some workouts, even small ones. Small push-ups here, some sit-ups, a few things you can do here and there, but you do it on a regular basis. This is how you could move inch by inch. This is how you grow. Number 3, and I mentioned that already, try and slow down a bit. And by that, I do not mean you be lazy. But we are living in this rush. You see people like, they're almost jittery in their movement. And they're listening to that music, and they're usually jittering and moving their hand or feet and to some particular tone. Slow down a little bit. Because we're always in this rush. And you want to multitask. You're driving, but you want to listen to this and that, and then you stop and you go and get some food on the go. You go through the drive-through, you get this hamburger, you're eating and driving, and then you stop and you go to school, and then you're talking to friends, but at the same time you're listening to music, but at the same time you want to review this assignment or homework before you go inside. Slow down a little bit. That's not good for patience. It will make you impatient because we're expecting everything to happen in the moment. We cannot wait until the next moment. And that's a problem we live in. Because now, everything around us is set in a way that we expect things to happen in the present, right away. Like, I want something, you go to Amazon, 2 days, you got what you want. You want a video, you go on YouTube, you see it right away. Everything you have a wish and you want it to appear in front of you. And this is not good, because when things don't happen, you get so frustrated. So, and that's also number 4. Number 4 is unplug from social media. So for a while, you can train yourself. You say, I'm gonna unplug for an hour. No social media, no Snapchat, no Twitter, no Instagram. And you could train yourself. You can give yourself breaks throughout the day. You start with maybe half an hour. You can increase it to 1 hour, 2 hours. It's really important, because social media, from everything else, it's giving you this dopamine on a regular basis. You put something on Instagram, you're waiting who's gonna like your picture. And you keep checking and checking. You waste so much time.